SoCHiology, the analysis of Chicago's culture, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Presented by True Stories Media. And I'm your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. The irony of this episode is, it's been recent chatter and news that the Bears are close to signing Carson Wentz from the Philadelphia Eagles. In this episode, you're going to hear a lot of hope that the Bears signed Deshaun Watson. It was recorded about a week or two ago, and that's just the irony. You know, they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. We continue to root for the Bears year in and year out because we're loyal fans. We love the Bears, but we suck. Every single year is always something that happens. The front office continues to disappoint us. It's just terrible. They continue to give us headaches every single year. In this episode, I interview a couple Bears fans who speak not only for themselves, but I'm sure they also speak for many of you out there that share the same feelings and sentiments about our beloved Chicago Bears. So here's episode 2 of SoCHiology, the Migraines of Midway. All right. So one thing for sure is everybody that's on this podcast right now wasn't alive the last time the Bears won the Super Bowl. We done saw Mike win 2 3-peats. We saw the White Sox win. We saw the Blackhawks get a couple championships. We even saw the damn Cubs win. And I thought that would never happen. When the hell is the Bears going to join the fray? Are we going to, if God give us the strength to live a long, lengthy life, are we ever going to see the Bears win a Super Bowl in our lifetime?
You would hope so.
Yeah, we've been hoping for a long time.
At this rate, you're probably looking at another 10 years, probably.
Damn.
And that's even if Deshaun come here, because I think if Deshaun comes here, you're just looking at another Houston Texans scenario, because you're going to trade away all those picks and you're going to deplete any young player you can get from the draft, and you're going to be relying on Ryan Pace to run the organization. You see where that's gotten us. And we're running to get Deshaun when we should have just drafted him anyway instead of getting Mitchell Trubisky.
That's crazy.
And I don't hate Mitch. You know what I'm saying? Mitch was cool to me. He hard worker. He did what he could, but he is who he is. So here we are.
He is who he is.
Well, I don't know if it'll be 10 years. If they get Deshaun, it depends on who they give up for him. Like
Mac gone.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with giving up Mac. If it's just a straight up Khalil Mack, Deshaun Watson trade, I can live with that. But we got free agents that we probably need to keep. And I'm not sure who's a free agent outside of the Bears right now that we can actually target that's worth like spending money on. But like Allen Robinson, I don't know if they're going to franchise tag him, but they could. Or they could just see, if he's going to test the market, because I doubt the Bears make him one of the highest paid wide receivers in the league. I doubt that's going to happen. But if it's a straight up trade, I'm cool with that. I don't think that would be Houston Texans scenario. But if they gonna, like Greg said, if they gonna like just give up the whole franchise for him, then we're gonna be back in the same boat that we in right now.
So I'm not even.
Yeah. What you got to say?
I'm not even about to even have that entertain my thoughts. I just it's one of them. I believe it when I see it. Type of things for me. I feel like I just don't see them having a starting black quarterback. There are so many black QBs that we could have gotten that, over the years, and they just go and get this garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, we had some garbage quarterbacks. So, oh my God, I just Lamar Jackson in the same draft, and you put your bitch together. I ain't trying to hear that. I'm not trying to.
On paper, I test none of that. He ain't better than none of them.
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild. That was wild. Hundred thousands. Like,
yeah.
and like Greg said, it ain't really like nothing against Mitch. It's just like, what did you think?
No, it is. It is something against.
Okay,
Mitch.
yeah, it's against Mitch. It ain't.
I mean,
I guess what I'm saying is like, we can't even blame the man for being drafted here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
exactly.
we gotta blame the people in the organization. Like, what the hell was y'all thinking?
No, but at the same time, you still owe it to yourself to try to get better, try to make improvements.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He don't even throw the ball down the field.
But I think that's coaching too.
That's what I'm about to say. You think that's the player development though, because you look at certain players that really don't start off that great, but then they have good player development. And I mean, the new NFL and new NBA for that matter, they don't really let players develop. You need to be ready to play when you come in.
It's like AAU. It's like AAU.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, I kind of blame that
especially
on
if you drafted in the first round.
Yeah, ain't no development. Ain't no come learn this. You need to be able to throw up these numbers from day one.
But you can still,
which everybody in his draft has done.
Not everybody.
Yeah. Well, if you look at Patrick Mahomes and Watson,
Pat sat out a year. Pat sat out a year though.
He did sit out a year for sure.
Yeah.
But then he came in slugging. He came in slinging. You know what I'm saying?
He got to learn, watch. So
here's my problem. Here's my problem with Mitch. I feel like when I look at the Rams and I look at their quarterback and I look at their coach McVay, and then I look at Mitch and I look at the Bears, I always tell myself, and I told my friends, I say, Mitch is better than that bum over there in LA.
You think he's better than Goff?
He's better than Goff, man. Goff is a bum, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Goff is bum.
But you know the problem, though? McVay coaches him to his strengths.
Yep.
With Trubisky, they try to put him in a box, man. Like, they put him in a box and they kind of screwed him from the beginning. And when they go down to John Fox, they screwed him from the top.
Well, John Fox ain't want him, so he probably didn't even care. Exactly.
Look,
so
John Fox just had to look on his face. He ain't care about none.
I'm gonna push back a little bit on that, Greg, as far as like putting him in a box. Maybe what they're seeing from him in practice is why they got him in a box in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't see enough from him. Yeah. I mean, he's a free agent this year, so.
Yeah, they did sign his option.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan Pace.
We're going to end up getting somebody like we're going to probably trade for Carson Wentz or something.
Please, God.
He ain't no better.
I know, but that's the Bears organization.
Yeah, that's how they get it. Here's the thing, though. It's like, again, I just said at the top of the episode, the Bears won the Super Bowl when we weren't even born yet, right?
And they did Walter Payton dirty in the Super Bowl. Pardon me.
They did. They definitely did. He should have got that score. So like, we ain't never really had a quarterback. Like, think about like even Jay Cutler. Like Jay Cutler,
trash. He was trash.
When you look at skill, right? Jay Cutler was up there.
Man, he was up there. He didn't have the intangibles though, but he definitely had a cannon.
He had that skill. Dude. But bro, we was losing with this dude left and right. Like, what the hell?
Good seasons with Jay though. Like,
we did. We
had good defense. We had a good defense with Jay.
Because of Lovey.
The year you heard his thumb, we should have went to the Super Bowl because I think it was 5-1 and 6-1 that year.
And we lost like 3-4 straight games.
Yeah, man.
It was terrible. Like, and then they fired Lovey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which they should have never did.
Yeah, they should never did. You know, and the irony is we talking about Deshaun Watson. Lovey just got hired as the defensive coordinator over there. That's the irony of all that. But it's like, bro, like Jay Cutler was supposed to be like lead us to the promised land, right? That didn't happen. We had who was before him? Who was the immediate quarterback before him? Was it Grossman?
Yeah, it was Orton, wasn't it? It was Orton.
I forgot about Orton.
Orton. It was Orton.
Y'all just naming all these names.
Dan Grossman, you know, we already know what happened with Grossman.
At least we got
sexy
to
Rexy.
we got to
Rex Grossman was shaving points, man.
Sexy Rexy.
Gee, honestly, we got to the Super Bowl simply because of the defense of Devin Hester.
Yeah.
Simply because of that. Like, if it wasn't for that defense if it wasn't for Devin Hester, we wouldn't probably got to the Super Bowl. He was our offense as a kick returner and a punt returner.
This is crazy.
Like, that's wild. Like, bro, and then I got to go back to, like, really, Jim Miller was like the last solid quarterback we had.
Ooh, damn.
He wasn't great, but he wasn't stupid either, though.
No, man.
He wasn't stupid. He wasn't, he wasn't throwing games away, you feel me? Like, he wasn't like elite quarterback, but he was managing the game. He was doing his job, and again, he had a great defense, right? That's what we known for, a great defense.
I mean, when you think about 2 years ago, shoot, I felt like that was probably our best chance to get through, and then we ain't even, that's when we had Parkey, and Lord.
God,
I still get pissed off about that game. Like, that was literally, we was
I had nightmares
at the right time.
I had nightmares that night.
I punched my door that night.
See?
Man, my son was a baby, and I woke him up because I was cussing. Like, I just was like, I was like, what? Like, my neighbors, they was all, we could just hear our whole, in my condo building, like, everybody just cussing. Like, what the fuck?
See? Man. Like, it was a bad day, man. It was a bad night. It was a bad night. Like, and y'all want to know something funny? Because of our history, in the back of my mind, I knew some funny shit like that was going to happen.
Oh yeah,
like I knew that was going to happen.
You probably, man, y'all.
Like, I ain't speak on it, but in the back of my head, I'm like, we gonna lose this game on some fluke stuff. And what happened? We lost the game on some fluke stuff.
And then Philly went on the.
Yeah, I mean, all we can do is sad, man. Because it's frustrating, man. Because like we waste so much talent. Like, we ain't gonna talk about all of Chicago sports because that's gonna be saved for another day. But especially the Bears, we waste so much talent, man. Over nothing.
Koreans
we wasted a lot of defenses. That's the talent where we wasted is the defense.
Yeah.
The defense.
We always have a solid defense, and our quarterbacks and offense don't take them nowhere.
And so you got to think about back in the day, you could have an okay quarterback as long as your defense was solid. But this is a league of scoring now. Like that, you ain't winning nothing if you can't score the football. You got to at least score the football.
That's true.
25 points, at least 25.
At least.
You got to score touchdowns. You can't score field goals. Like this ain't the field goal era. Like when I talked about Jim Miller, that was the field goal era. You know, you can win a game 9-6. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't winning no game off 3 field goals now. Straight up. Only way a field goal gonna win is a walk off. Like that's it.
You talking about you trying to put this against a Patrick Mahomes type offense. Like they got a weapon everywhere you go. Like even if you got a good defense, they still gonna put up 25, 30 points on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Easily.
Who was y'all may not remember, but we had a black quarterback before.
We had Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, Cordell Stewart.
Henry Burns. Jason
Yep.
Campbell.
Yep.
But we ain't never drafted a quarterback was like that guy that you knew he was going to be the face of the franchise.
Yeah.
And I remember the day Mitch got drafted. First thing I said was like, who is this?
Facts, bro. And then when you started doing,
and then they traded picks.
They traded up to get him.
Dude, oh my God!
Like somebody was gonna pick him.
One pick up, you gave away all them draft picks. Like for real, dude.
Yeah, he wasn't even that great in college.
And he came from North Carolina, and I'm not sure if Mac Brown was the coach yet.
He started one season.
But he came from North Carolina in a time when North Carolina really wasn't it for football. Like Mac Brown getting them back there now.
Yeah.
But I don't think Mac Brown was there when he was.
I don't think so.
You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think he was.
So like, what the hell y'all looking at North Carolina for?
They was trying to get somebody like a Jared Goff or a Carson Wentz. They was trying to get like somebody that was like what nobody really paying attention
like,
to.
They ain't good.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly what
Nick
it was.
Foles won that Super Bowl, not Carson Wentz. Facts.
They wanted to get their prototypical white quarterback.
Yeah,
that ain't working no more.
To be a part of the franchise.
Right. They wanted like Sid Luckman or something like.
Those days are over, man.
Those days over with.
And that's why. And that's why a lot of people, like, it ain't never going to happen. But that's why a lot of people say they need to sell the team, bro. Like, y'all won, like, 10 NFL championships in the 30s. Bro, that game is dead.
Yeah.
It's 2020, 2021 now. Like,
But they're gonna keep doing what they're doing because they have loyal fans to keep going to
Like
these
us.
games.
Like
yeah,
us.
like us.
Yeah.
That's gonna watch them on TV. That's gonna sell out Soldier Field. You know what I'm saying? So like, why change it? They still making money.
But you know what? I gotta say this. We ain't doing no worse than no other body in our conference in the North. We all ain't winning, and even the Packers that's good, they underachieve every year.
That's true.
So we
That's true.
right where we need to be.
That's
They only
true.
got one
But that
ring
just-
when you think
but-
about it. All
Yeah.
it is
And they only
Yeah,
got
no.
one with Favre too.
And they had two. They had two great
And two
quarterbacks.
elite quarterbacks. That's
And
what I'm
two
saying.
rings.
They underachieved. They underachieved.
They ain't even got to the Super Bowl multiple times. Like, I mean, I think Favre got that twice, one.
Yep. And Aaron only got that once.
Aaron only got that
Yep.
one time out of all
Oh,
these
yeah.
years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And I think
That's
this is his
crazy.
last
But
year
that
to
goes
get
to
there.
show you, like, that goes to show you that we can actually be a good team and actually
If they
do
the right
something
stuff.
in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Minor stuff instead of paying Robert Quinn.
Oh my god!
Oh man, like
Shout out to Leonard Floyd.
Right,
Yeah.
Out there killing, getting money out there, boy.
You know, that's
Right, man.
it's like people leave the
It's
Bears
crazy.
and go other places and just like ball out.
Ball out.
Coaching, man, it's coaching.
It is coaching. It's coaching and it's
coaching.
systems. It's systems. We
Coaching,
don't
man.
have.
And I know you said earlier, Jeff, that you would trade Mac. Look, I understand why you say that. I get it. But no. Mac frees up everybody else. To me,
Yeah.
Hicks is the motor. Okay, he the motor of that defense.
Absolutely, he's like the
But-
anchor.
Yeah.
But Mac, he the guy that brings all the attention.
Yeah.
And without you take Mac off that team, oh my God.
I get.
And we didn't have
I
Eddie
get
Goldman
that.
this year either because of COVID.
Yeah,
so keep that in mind.
But you know what? The reason my logic behind that is, like, Mac is a great defensive rusher, right? But like, do he get better years ahead of him more than Deshaun Watson do? Because Deshaun Watson,
best years behind him.
right? That's what I'm saying. So like, Deshaun Watson, he's still young. He's a franchise quarterback. He's a great quarterback. So like, do you want to like try to get a guy who's going to be around for another 10 years and still get us over, that can possibly get us over the hump, or do you want to continue to waste Khalil Mack years? Because he's not going to be better than what he is this year, maybe last year, maybe the year before last when he was really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I
if
get
the
it.
Bears do their
And you know,
job,
you
you can draft a good pass rusher, or you
Yeah,
can try to
definitely.
target one in free agency. You can get another pass rusher.
But
But
keep
you're
in
not-
mind, Deshaun got 2 ACL injuries too.
He do,
So don't
but
forget about that.
that's true.
It'd be,
That's-
look, I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
But yeah,
I know
jinx
what you're
none.
thinking.
Yep. Because that's just
but
how it go.
Also, you got to think about. You got to take the. You know, I always say take the Bill Belichick approach. You got to get something for them while they still got something. That, you know,
yeah,
they
you
working
got
on.
to.
Oh, yeah.
You got to.
Then
You got to.
But you know,
You
Vaughn,
know.
you know what you're talking about? You're talking about a good run organization right there.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that makes
Right.
smart decisions.
Yep.
You know, you making a
It's
lot
all
of
about
sense.
business over
But
there.
those
Yep.
guys over there, Halland's
Yep.
up there, nah, they ain't gonna do that.
We're gonna end up
Ryan
getting.
Pace came through the door and said that he was gonna draft a quarterback every year. I don't know if y'all remember that, but he said he was
Nah, I
gonna
don't
draft
remember.
a quarterback every year in his press conference. I remember, and he's drafted one quarterback, and that's it. And he paid.
and the one he chose,
Look.
like why?
Let me go on a rant real quick. He paid for Glennon. Why? 16 million or something like that for like 3-4 games.
That's
and got
wild.
rid of him.
Crazy.
We gave away a 4th round draft pick for Nick Foles. Why?
Yep.
Why?
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 And so
And then
now,
and they paid that high ass salary that he had too.
oh my God. And then one more thing. Look, this is what I don't understand. You traded for Foles. Now, I know how we feel about Trubisky. We probably all on one accord with that. I wouldn't mind Trubisky being our backup quarterback next year and us getting another quarterback or drafting somebody. Now you about to get rid of Trubisky and you about to have bum Nick Foles probably going to start the year next year if you don't get to sign. And then you're going to probably go get someone in the 2nd round, because, reality
get a
is we're
first
not
round
going to get
pick?
to sign.
Do we got a
we
first
got
round
a pick
pick?
sign. Yeah,
Okay.
21st. Who we going to get there?
Oh, we got the 21st pick.
Oh yeah, who we gonna pick at their quarterback?
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no quarterback at that point.
Unless we
Let's talk about that though. Who do we need to take in the first round next year for this draft?
O-line.
We need a tackle. We need a tackle for sure. We need an offensive tackle for sure.
Yeah. I was thinking definitely some O-line help because we ain't got no depth. They suck.
No youth.
I mean, if you're
really.
trying to, especially if you're gonna get Deshaun or somebody, even though I told you I believe when I see it, we at least need to protect him, like, because he ain't had that in Houston. Like, give him some time because he really is a very smart, really good quarterback. But like, help him out, give him somebody that's gonna protect him.
But our offensive line is not as bad as Houston's.
No, they're not.
You know,
Houston was their offensive line was raggedy, boy. It was raggedy.
But they got Tunsil though. They got Tunsil out there though.
Yeah. I mean, but you can't block everybody.
But you know, we got. I like James Daniels. I don't know how y'all feel about Daniels. But I like Daniels. I like Whitehair. And then after that, to me, it get a little sketchy. After those two.
Yeah.
Massey, I don't like Massey.
Yeah.
Leno, I don't want Leno.
No, Leno, he had a lot of potential though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had a lot of potential, and now it's just like,
Exactly.
It's just, I don't know, man. Like, the offensive line killed us this year, but you know who else killed us? The secondary. Secondary killed us.
Eddie Jackson.
Where Eddie Jackson been at? We gotta put out a Mr. Persons alert.
County. He in Florida right now. That's where he be at.
Like, cause look, man, I be watching some games, and he just like be back there just doing nothing. He just be playing with his mouthpiece, just sitting in the lawn chair. You know what I'm saying?
Them little kids that be in the little league soccer and stuff that just be out there picking the flowers in the field.
That was Eddie Jackson this year, man. Like, what you doing back there? And
don't want to tackle.
Don't want to tackle. He always late to the pal, acting like he doing something. And look, G, the funny thing is, I forgot what game it was, but the commentator gonna say, "Yeah, it's time for Eddie Jackson to do something." Like, what you mean it's time for Eddie Jackson to do something? Like, how's he supposed to be our biggest offensive threat? Like, come on, man. Like, and I like Eddie Jackson. I love BoJack. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I follow him on Instagram, all that. Right? I love BoJack, but I don't know where he was this season.
He might be tired of the organization, though. You know, sometimes people be checked the fuck out. Like, they just be like,
but they just broke him off. He
got cashed
like
out.
A top safety.
Yeah, he got cashed out. But still, that might be more reason. Might be more reason to zone out. Like, you know
I'm
what?
Already paid. I'm tired of them.
But you know, his whole little game is kind of built off the D line. Because if the D line ain't rushing, he can't break on those passes and get those picks or whatever.
Yeah.
So if Eddie Jackson ain't getting you interceptions and touchdowns, what is he doing for us, really?
Nothing, really. Like, he's
tackling.
Yeah, he's not like a. And again, I love BoJack, right? But
I like him too.
You look at Tyrann Mathieu. You know what I'm saying? You look at safeties like great safeties like Ed Reed. Troy, all of them. They was effective even when they wasn't ball hawking. They was still effective. They still affected the game. Like, I ain't really getting that presence from BoJack. I'm not getting that presence from Eddie Jackson.
Dog,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a whole different type of dude right there. Like, some people just dogs and just.
But he was on that trajectory for like the first couple of years. When you look at Eddie Jackson numbers,
came in as a rookie going crazy.
Yeah, he was
going crazy, but shoot,
all pro too.
Going crazy, man. Yeah, the secondary killed us this year a lot, dude. Like,
he was, he was a ghost of himself or something. I don't know, but it just wasn't it.
Cal Fall.
One pick this year.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, Fuller, man. I don't
and
know.
I like
man.
Fuller a little bit. He like a vet, but at a point in time, it'd be like y'all getting paid a lot of money, y'all sucking up the cap space.
Facts.
And we ain't got no quarterback.
Like 14, 15 million a year.
Yeah. And
but I kind of blame the organization for that because it seems like this happens a lot with any player they break off. What's going on on the internal aspects of the locker room?
I feel like the Bears is a toxic organization
or whatever around that because that's just seem like a very typical thing that's been happening.
I don't think we had good coaching.
We
Like,
never do.
We never
and
do.
I think that's really what it
especially,
is.
I think that's because it's like he don't seem like a coach, like he doesn't stand out. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have like a persona in a sense.
I
You know
wasn't
what I'm
happy
saying?
with I wasn't happy with the hiring anyway.
Nah,
So
not at
and it
all.
has and I have and it some of the play calling and actually
Ooh,
I don't
Jesus.
Nick Foles don't like his play calling either. So
Ooh,
I'm just
Jesus.
wondering like
Hey, I
like
think Foles was cussing him out one time on the sideline.
like
Golly.
I just so it's like is it the players or is it really just the coaches? Because
He think
people
he in
that had
Kansas City.
success outside of our organization that was definitely playing in our
Nah, he can't think he in Kansas City. If he thought he was in Kansas City, we have
he,
entirely, totally different
he,
offense.
he was making play calls like he was in Kansas City. Tyreek Hill is now walking through that door.
At all. Tyreek Hill is like a little mouse out there, boy. I tell you. So like that 2018 season when we lost in the playoffs, the double doink,
Magic.
that was a
Double
great
doink,
defense,
baby.
right?
Yeah.
And we had great defenses all throughout the Lovey era, especially that 06 team. Obviously, the 85 Bears, we know what they did, greatest defense ever. Like, are we ever gonna see that again? Like, are the Monsters of Midway gonna come back? Like,
I feel like the 2018 was, they weren't the monsters, but they was, they was
They was
definitely
good.
they was
solid.
close. Yeah, they was close. They was
Yeah.
close. But like, are we gonna get that back though? Because 2019 wasn't it? 2020 wasn't it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I think the Bears is known as a defensive team, and I think ownership knows that. So I think they're going to try to keep the defense, afloat. Now they need to focus more on offense, but I think our defense ain't really been like no slouch. No matter these past 5 years,
I agree.
we still had like a decent enough defense.
Like we shut
to
down
like
Tom.
win games. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta move the ball. We gotta move the ball on the other side of the field, man. It can't just be on defense.
No, it's bad, man. Because like, look, I look at teams like Kansas City. I look at Tampa with Tom. I look at even the Packers. I look at teams. It'd be like 4th and 5, and you just know they gonna get it. Boy, it'd be 4th and 1, and I'd be nervous when it comes to the Bears. I'd be nervous. Like, are we gonna get this? You know what I'm saying? But you see Kansas City going for it on 4th and 6 on their own 30.
Exactly.
You know they getting it. Kelsey, Hill, they getting that first down. It's easy. Man, boy, I'd be sweating, man. I'd be
4th and inches.
Because it just seemed like we'd be struggling to get yards.
Oh my God, it's traumatizing.
Our running game is decent though. We got some good running backs.
But that took it to the end of the year to realize that.
Exactly. I was going to say because we weren't running that first.
Should have been running Montgomery from the start, man.
He just want to throw 2-yard passes instead of running.
That dude a beast.
And that's a good point, Jeff. Because truth of the matter is, like, we looking at the history of the offensive side of the ball, right? We always sucked at the quarterback position, and from time to time the old line. But we had some solid running backs though. Forte was solid. Thomas Jones was solid. You know what I'm saying? We had some solid running backs. We had some trash ones in the 90s like Curtis Enos and stuff. But
we just traded. Who we traded to the Jets? What's my man's name?
It was Forte.
It was Forte.
Was it Thomas Jones? So was it Thomas Jones?
It was one. I don't know. I think it was Forte.
No, we just let before Montgomery. Who was before Montgomery? It's slipping my mind. What is
I know somebody out there listening.
I know Mike Davis was on the Panthers. We got rid of him.
I don't know if he went to the Jets. We just had a good running back that we let go because we had Montgomery that was coming up. I forgot his name.
We're gonna do some research.
I can't think of his name right now. I'm tweaking.
Yeah,
but we had some good running backs.
I think our best offensive year as a team was that year we had Cutler, Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey, and Martellus Bennett, Forte. You know how backwards we are. That year we had a good offense, but our defense was trash.
Man,
it's like we can't get right.
Can't get right.
Defense is trash that year. I remember that year. We was nice.
Terrible. Yeah, we had some weapons, boy.
I was like, if he throw it to Alshon, that's butter. If he throw it to Brandon Marshall, that's butter. Like I don't know. We
Man,
just can't get right, man.
we had a whip, dude. Like it's just like I don't know, man. You just look at all of these organizations, bro. It's like they're all forward thinking. Kansas City, even LA. We talking about LA and golf, like they're forward thinking. You know what I'm saying? The Packers, even the Patriots. The Patriots had it down, yeah, but they still forward thinking. Like I don't know.
The Rams, like, even though, like, golf ain't all that or whatever, but they know
defense.
how to win. They gonna win with what they got. Like,
that defense was nasty.
Aaron Donald was a
win with
monster.
what they got. Like, it's just, I don't know. I think the bottom line is, like, these organizations are winning organizations. They gonna win regardless.
Yeah.
Of who they got in front of them.
Yeah, and the Bears, if we're gonna keep it real, is not a winning organization. I mean, one Super Bowl, 85. That's a long time ago. The 90s, we was trash. Like, I mean, look, if you want to keep it real, like if you look at all these documentaries and quotes from players from that Super Bowl winning team, a lot of them say they should have won at least 2 or 3 of them, right?
Come on, man. Talk about it.
And so even then we could say Dicker era had bad coaching, and we're gonna keep it real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they all say, like, I think Richard Dick was very vocal. He said they should have went back to back or at least won 3 straight.
Yeah, because old boy started having like them concussions too, though.
Yeah, McMahon was out of it.
Jordan Howard, that's his name. He with Miami.
He came from Indiana, right?
Yeah, we had him before we had Montgomery, so we've had some decent.
Came from Indiana.
And they got rid of him because he can't catch the ball.
Facts. Yeah. That was true.
And like he a running back.
Then got Tariq Cohen and can't even use him right.
Yeah, Tariq Cohen.
Oh my God.
He's supposed to be out Tyreek Hill.
They can't even use him. They can't even give him the ball. Can't even give him the ball right.
And he definitely got he like heel light. He like the light version.
Heel light. Hey, but you know who I do like though? I love Mooney. Mooney got upside.
Oh yeah.
He runs great routes. He's quick. He's fast. He got hands. Mooney has upside as long as we got somebody that can get the ball to him.
Good luck.
We about to screw him though, because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. They're probably not gonna pay Allen Robinson, and they're gonna put Mooney as a number 1. And he's not a number 1.
He's not. Yeah, he's not. He's not. He's like our Wes Welker, or like our
the good slot receiver.
Yeah, he's like a good slot.
Yards. And
you know what I'm saying?
Run them shifty routes for you. That's
he could get on top of the defense when ain't nobody paying attention to him. That's who he is. So hopefully that don't happen though, because if it happens, we fuck.
I mean, Robinson won't talk.
Anybody heard of Anthony Miller? Where is he at?
Man, where is he at?
I don't know.
We still got Graham up there.
Yeah, we traded up for that boy.
It's bad, man. It's bad.
There's so many games this season. I cut the game off. Like, man, I can't watch this.
Same. Like, we didn't win a game in the month of October. We didn't win a game in the month of October.
6-game losing streak.
Like, that's crazy as hell. Like, how you not win one game in the whole month, bro? Like,
it's pretty amazing.
Still made the playoffs. We still made the playoffs.
We got ushered in. We got ushered in. That was
Arizona just helped us because they asses lost 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, and Arizona had the talent to get in. They should have got in. I'm gonna keep it real.
They should have, but
we got ushered in. That was a participation trophy. I knew we weren't gonna win in New Orleans. I knew that wasn't gonna happen. Yeah.
Well, New Orleans is trash too, man.
I take it. Look, so before the game, I knew we weren't gonna win. But as the game started, I'm like, okay, we can win. But then we started doing Bears things. No, we like look. If Williams would have caught that touchdown, though.
It might have changed the momentum a little bit. You right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we would have had a chance because New Orleans was playing like ass in the beginning of that game. Like they really wasn't coming out the gate, pouncing on us. So we had opportunities, but we just started doing Chicago Bears things. And that's what happened. That's what happened, man. But I'm glad New Orleans lost though. I really
Me too.
I don't like number 22 on their team. I feel like he dirty. So I didn't want him to prosper.
Who was 22?
Oh yeah, that cornerback.
It's crazy.
That cornerback, that dude.
Yeah, even his own teammates don't like dude. So I really want them to lose because of that. Like I didn't want dude to prosper. So
I don't really care for it at all. So as long as they lost, I was cool.
Yeah. So like What's y'all so y'all all say we need O-line in the first round. Who do you think we need to focus heavy on? Is it like we need to get 2-3 O-linemen in this draft, like just stack the deck, or like where else do we need help? You know what I'm saying? So we can lose these headaches. Outside the quarterback position.
A new top
right. But like
can we trade coaches and GMs?
GMs and owners. They sell the damn team.
Yeah.
They do.
Because you see, like you look at the Warriors and how they got new ownership, and just immediately like they just put the stuff in place for them to be able to win. Like ownership matter.
Because they ain't know nothing about basketball.
Man, I don't know what happened. But like ownership does matter though. Like, and that's why I said like all these other franchises are forward thinking. We're not forward thinking at all. Like we stuck in the past, man. You gotta let that go. Like that was an issue with my high school team. Like we sucked, don't get me wrong, but we had talent though. You know what I'm saying? And the coaches was just stuck in the past. They was just stuck in the past. They was still stuck in the 80s and this mid 2000s. When things was changing. Like that stuff in the 80s ain't working in 2005, 2006. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's the same issue with the Bears, man. But
I think our offense is good enough to compete for sure. If we can, I don't know what Graham is doing as tight end. I don't know, maybe because we don't got a quarterback.
He's old now, man. Like his best years
behind. For the red zone, just red zone.
Yeah.
So we might need to draft another tight end. We can get our offensive line.
You don't like Komet? You don't like Cole?
He good. He need to catch. He need to learn how to catch though, man. He dropped a lot of balls.
It's like you don't really like. You try to get these guys the benefit of the doubt and try to give them time to like impress you or wow you. Like, okay, we got one. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Like, you said I don't know.
I don't know yet.
Hometown kid. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. Yeah. We just. I don't. So what? So let's end it on this note. What do y'all think? Realistically, the prediction would be for the Bears next season. Record, expectations, all that. Like, what do y'all expect? You can go first, Greg. You go first, Greg.
I think at the end of the day, what's going to happen is they're probably going to start Foles to start the year. They'll probably sign like a retread quarterback, maybe someone like Cam Newton or some other free agent. They'll probably draft another quarterback in the second or third round, and they're going to just they're going to try to run that Nagy offense. And if they don't
nagging offense, that's what we're going to call it.
Right, man. And if they don't sign, they got a lot of question marks, man. If they don't sign Allen Robinson, you can just toss away the season. If they do re-sign Allen Robinson, I think they will have a chance of still making the playoffs, to be honest. So, you're hoping for the defense to improve. You're hoping that, Goldman comes back. You're hoping Robert Quinn has a better year than last year. Yeah. You're hoping Eddie Jackson comes back. You got a lot of hopes and prayers that you're hoping on, really.
And we've been hoping and praying for how long now?
Man, my whole life.
What? It's crazy. I think I'm thinking, we would probably get 7 games just looking at our schedule for next year.
So 7 and 9.
We're gonna fall into, my prediction. They probably fall into the playoffs, so it'd be either 8-8, 9-7, because we've been 8-8 the last 2 years. So we're turning into the Cowboys, So that's my prediction.
At least they got a quarterback.
Yeah,
right.
We can get
hopefully Dak can come back.
Dak Prescott. Yeah. If we can get Dak, then we might.
We might.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
I'll do that too. Shit, he better than Trubisky.
No doubt.
Like if we really just
I hope he can recover. I hope he come back and be the same.
And I really hope he come back and kill, because they should have paid that boy. That was just, and then he get injured. Like
Jerry Jones was looking for a reason to be on bullshit.
Yeah.
What's your predictions, Jeff?
I haven't had did the schedule get released?
No, it's out.
It got released.
Okay. But I would say, as a fan, we going 12-4.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Realistically,
Right. Yeah, that's see, this is why they ain't
Super
gonna change,
fan.
because we delusional and just gonna support them for whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
because I low key I had them at 12-4 this year. Low key.
They could have been. That's the
They
problem.
could have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So I'm gonna
ridiculous.
say, man, we got Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, Philadelphia, Washington, Buffalo. So let me go. Detroit win, Green Bay loss, Minnesota win, Philadelphia win, Washington win, Buffalo loss, Miami possibly win.
We're going 16-0.
Four
So
possible.
we at the last part of the season, we got Jets, Giants, New England, Minnesota. We could, I mean, looking
That's
at the
like 8 wins
schedule,
right there.
yeah. So we might can go 10-6. 10-6, we can go
10-6.
depending on who our quarterback. If Nick Foles, if he's healthy, he can get us some wins. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's not the quarterback though. I be feeling like it's the play calling.
Yeah.
I don't trust. In Nagy, I don't trust. Like, I just can't see him making the right.
I don't trust.
Like, making the right calls. Like, and I just know. And then you look at like a quarterback like Nick Foles. He ain't like elite, but he will get you some good yards and some points.
Yeah.
Like, you see what he did in Philly. Like, if he can, if he could do what he do or whatever. But like, you look at him on the Bears, and he just looked like every other Bears quarterback. So I'm just like, it got to be coaching.
It gotta be coaching.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't. I'm hoping we have a good record so we can compete, so we can at least try to make the playoffs. But then again, it's like, do I really want them to make the playoffs just so I get my heart broken again?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because my fault. Keep going.
Nah, like it's like we keep seeing the same thing. We keep seeing the same thing.
Yeah, it's like a loop. It's like Groundhog Day.
Expecting a different outcome, and it's like we crazy ass fans because thinking something else comes.
But people are the organization said it's a win because we made the playoffs.
Facts.
Like, as long
my God, that was a horrible
made the
press
playoffs, and we made the playoffs in 2018. We made the playoffs a few times.
Whatever,
like
man.
More than what I thought.
Yeah. Like, honestly, we made the playoffs simply because we got lucky. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because if they didn't add that extra 2 teams, we wouldn't have made the playoffs. And like, I look at it like next year, man. That Green Bay game was kind of weird. We ain't gonna get into that too deep, but that Green Bay game was weird, right? So something going on in Green Bay. So I look at it like next year we could really win the division when they lost to Tampa in the playoffs.
You think it was? I mean, it was weird.
Like, Aaron,
there was
weird stuff going on. Like, Aaron Rodgers any other time gonna run. So I don't know what the hell was going on over there.
You think
they kicking field goals? I don't know. But I say that's just to say if we do right, here we go with this hope again, right? If we do right, we could really win the division next year.
Yeah.
Like, if we win a division, is we gonna show up in the playoffs?
Probably not.
Because you look at some of these, I'm just looking at some of these other NFC teams that's progressively getting better.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't progressively getting better. We just trying to like keep what we got and like hopefully add some stuff. Like, that's where we at right now.
But who runs the NFC? Who runs the NFC to you guys? I don't.
No one right now because Brady gonna be gone. Brady gonna be gone.
The AFC is where it's at. Really, they the ones that got.
It's sold up over there.
I mean, if Seattle actually get an offensive line or in a defense, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they just like us. They just got a quarterback.
They just got a quarterback.
Yeah. Nobody really.
They got a quarterback and a wide receiver and a decent run game.
Yeah, nobody. I mean, if you want to say who run the NFC. I guess you could say Arizona might be a favorite
next year.
Nah. Okay.
If San Francisco get them a healthy quarterback, because they defense is
they some monsters.
Yeah, and they gotta stay healthy too because Kittle got hurt. So
it's a toss up in the NFC. Like this is the perfect window for the Bears to try to capitalize.
That's what I'm saying.
On the way down.
But we ain't gonna win no Super Bowl. Our heart gonna get broken in the Super Bowl because they not beating no AFC. I don't care what AFC. They not beating them.
Hey, you never know. Any given Sunday.
Definitely. Willie Beeman. We gotta sign Willie Beeman. That's the answer to our That's the answer to our prayers. Willie Beeman. That's who we need. Willie Beeman, bro. Like, yeah, it's crazy, man. But
broke my
yeah,
heart so much. I'm just protecting it. I can't get my hopes up that much.
yeah. I told y'all my blood pressure be high. My blood pressure be high.
Oh my God.
It be sky high.
The first year, I could feel it. Like, ooh, I gotta sit down.
Yeah, see, we at that age, man. Like, look, I ain't really
have to lay in the bed.
Look,
that's why I cut the game off, because I'm like, I ain't finna be dying because they over here.
I have blind faith this year. I can't do that. I have blind faith with the Bulls and the Bears. I can't keep doing that. So I can't keep doing it.
No more.
Oh yeah, the Bulls. They a whole nother problem.
That's a whole.
Don't get me started on the Bulls, but
yeah.
don't be so
we can talk about that another time. I got a lot of thoughts on the Bulls.
Right.
I'm telling you.
We got enough migraines right now.
Shout out to Zach LaVine.
All star.
Man, we wasted his man. Okay. Anyways.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, we're gonna get into that one.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Yeah, so that's that. Just maybe the 2021 season will be the year we get over that hump and these headaches will go away. But you never know. And who's going to be our quarterback? Is it going to be Mitch, Foles, Wentz? Are we going to get Deshaun Watson? If you love this episode, leave us a 5-star review and pass it on to a friend who may like it as well. And don't forget to subscribe to our other podcast, Mogul Motivation, from True Stories Media.